It's day 19 of the flip, and today is going to be a little bit of a forced rest day. I've worked 9 out of the past 10 days, and yesterday at the vet, Jangle got prescribed some pain meds as well as some rest. So I'm going to slip away for a few hours and head to Home Depot to pick up that egress window. Unfortunately for me, the egress window well that I wanted at Home Depot that they said was in stock was not there. So in the meantime, I picked up some shims and some great stuff for those windows. So instead, I headed up to Menards to see what they had in stock. And they had this nice window. It's about 32 inches by 40, and I think the price on it was $275. They also had this nice window well, ladder, and cover. The window well is a little bit larger than what I was planning for, so I might need to dig my hole a little bit bigger. In typical poor Carpenter fashion, instead of asking for help, I decided to load this up by myself. And it went pretty well until I started to get up on the truck and I absolutely smoked my face right above my eyebrow. Fortunately, it did not split, but it did leave a pretty good goosebump on there, and I was a little embarrassed. Fortunately, that metal window well did fit perfectly in the back of my truck, and now all I need to do is grab that plastic cover that will go on top of it. I'm also going to grab some treated 2x8s that I'm going to need to put in that new window. Menards has their lumberyard outside, so a lot of this treated lumber will sit outside and dry up and curl, so you have to make special attention to make sure you grab straight ones. Now I need to get this stuff all secured down, and the total cost for all this stuff, the window well, the ladder, the cover, and the 2x8 will be around $1,000. And what would you know, I also found a bullet in the parking lot. That was a pretty successful trip to Menards, so now I'm going to get this stuff all unloaded and let's see if this window well is going to fit. This metal window well insert is about 4 inches bigger than the one I was planning on buying from Home Depot, but I was able to get it fit in because I did over dig that window well hole. And that distance from the house to the edge of the hole, which is about 36 inches, was a little tight, so I will have to dig that out a little bit more, but I'm pretty happy that it was able to fit. Last thing I'm going to do before leaving the house is to turn on my ozone machine. This helps purify the air and get rid of any smells. One thing I have been struggling with is my right middle finger. You can see how swollen it is above that bottom knuckle. It's been really hard for me to bend, and I've been trying to ice it to nurse it back to health. So I made a quick stop at Walgreens to pick up a finger splint and also an ice pack so I can ice that goose egg I have on my head before my fiance sees. And that is going to be a wrap for day 19. It was just a quick morning, but Django was excited to see me and he was quick to resume his nap. We got to get this guy back healthy and on the job.